So yesterday I tried putting Old Spice pomade on my mustache to try to get it to curl, but it curled for like a second. There's not enough there, but it's still working. How's everyone else's mustaches doing?
I'm going for the curly as well. I gotta go get a styling gel.
You're getting a little droopy. You're a little droopy mustache.
Yeah. I mean, that's the excess is so it can curl.
You might be able to get the down and up going. Wake up, everybody, because it is time for a podcast. This is Social Discording, the podcast about people stuck at home due to this here quarantine, with no sign of letting up anytime soon. Yep. I'm Ben Anderson, your host.
Curse you, Newsome.
Today, Newsome. Today we have Mr. Spicy Fries in the red.
Hello there.
Also,
Hi.
actually in the red because he's wearing a red shirt.
True.
You do wear a lot of red. I noticed in the last reactions you had a bright red tank top on.
It's my
Our colors.
It's my color of choice.
Yes. Down in the yellow we have NotAndrew replacing young Zax, who is just gone. We don't know where he went.
He's been trapped. It's a trap.
It's a trap. He's trapped. That's good. And the disembodied voice of Trevor. He's here.
Ooh. For audio filtering square waves.
Discord mics. Today is going to be an interesting day because we don't really have something specific to talk about because nothing really happened this week aside from essentially video games, which I figured is good enough to talk about because that's what we always talk about is video games.
Oh, darn. That's not our forte.
Darn.
I was going to say there's a video game charity bundle happening right now over on Humble. It's for Black Lives Matter. I think it's run through Colors of Change, or let me do my research here and actually look up the damn thing. But it's like $30 and it comes with a ton of games. The Humble Fight for Racial Justice bundle is what it's called, and you can get it right now. And it's got a bunch of cool shit. A lot of games that I've played that are really cool. Got NBA 2K if you like that.
I think I just might get it because of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$30.
That's not a bad deal.
I bought it and I gave my code of NBA to Mr. Zax, who's going to be doing a giveaway for the channel over on his
yes,
Instagram.
He was speaking of that the other day. I was like,
Sure,
where did you
yeah.
get that copy from? Now it all makes sense.
You know, it makes sense. So if you're going to buy that thing, give that copy to Mr. Zax so we can do more giveaways. Yay!
That's actually a good idea.
And a giveaway that kind of
My
supports
extra
charity.
code.
Huh?
A giveaway that kind of supports charity. The giveaway doesn't really support charity, but we bought it for charity, so there's that. And I don't
Indirectly.
Indirectly.
Yeah.
Indirectly.
I did all the work.
I'd be damned if DJ Zax had a follower that wasn't playing 2K. Like, I'm a huge basketball fan, and I've been following this fan page forever. Finally getting my hands on 2K.
That'd be awesome.
I've heard great things.
It's totally possible. I could definitely believe that.
Definitely.
But in video game news, I guess we can start with EA Play. That was like the big event this week was their conference, which I don't think we were able to get to our actual thoughts on the press conference because so what happened was I uploaded our reactions to the Star Wars Squadron trailer, put that up, and I was gonna put out the full reactions, but it ended up being tying in with me having to go to dinner, coming back. We were gonna do Last of Us and blah blah blah, lots of weird stuff. So I ended up not doing it, and then I decided, you know what, screw it, I'll do it that night. Rendered it, realized I missed a bunch of things that I had to edit out, and decided, screw it, we're not even gonna upload it. And in that edit, we didn't actually give our thoughts anyways. So let's give our thoughts right now. Andrew, I was about to do it again. I was about to start with a hard P. You were more positive on this thing. What is your review of the EA Play 2020?
Yeah, I don't like to see stuff that's not coming out anytime soon. Usually just that anticipation building doesn't really do it for me. So
you're going to have a hard time with this Xbox thing, I'll tell you that.
I know. So yeah, EA, kicked it off strong. Like the promise of Skate coming, that's kind of cool. We'll see what that ends up looking like since it's pretty early, but knowing that it's like, they've listened, right? That's awesome. Really, really, really dig in Star Wars Squadrons. Absolutely cannot wait. Crossplay, so my Xbots and I can, have fun with the masses. It's awesome. Just the fantasy of being in a Star Wars starfighter.
As the expert of your culture, I believe it's called X-Bronies.
The X-Bronies and I, yes. I just can't. I can't wait. I can't say enough good things about Star Wars Squadrons. Can't wait. The rest of it looked fine. I think we all had some pretty strong reactions to the pricing of Rocket Arena. But whatever. We'll skip that one probably.
I mean, it looked fun.
Apex.
I'll be honest.
Coming to Switch. I'm kind of into it, and the fact that it'll be cross-play, finally, we can all play Apex together. So,
yeah,
overall, I said B, and I stand by it. I give him a B.
I'll give my thoughts on it. First off, with Rocket Arena, I didn't want to be too negative during our actual video, but I did not like that game at all. I thought that it reminds me, and especially because it's not going to be free to play, which I don't know what they're thinking with that. I feel like that's high price. It's gonna be one of those dead on arrival, like no one's playing it after week 1 kind of games.
Ooh.
Because I just feel like the concept itself isn't that exciting. Like everyone has rockets, like that's cool, but it's not that cool. And like Quake has been doing that for years. And every video game imaginable has a rockets only mode. And like for $30, like you need people playing, and if you're putting a huge paywall for that, plus they're doing DLC and season passes or a battle pass, it's like, ugh.
Oh my god! Like at least Warzone is free to play with battle passes and stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
Come on.
It just I feel like that game is not going to go well at all.
Who's the company behind it?
It's a company that's worked on or with some of EA's other multiplayer games, like Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare series.
Okay.
I think.
Series.
Yeah,
there's more?
There's 3 of them.
Really?
It's like
there's 3? Oh, whoa. I knew there was 2, but I didn't know about 3. Wow.
There's Garden Warfare, Battle for Neighborville, and I think there's one in the between that, but I don't remember the name.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the rest of the conference goes, I didn't see, because the crossplay with Apex is cool, but that's not necessarily, you don't need a conference to announce that. That's just kind of a cool little extra thing you put in there.
That's a nice tidbit is what it is.
Yeah, so it's kind of like as far as like the Apex stuff and it being on Switch is cool. I might try out the Switch version depending on if I can win easily. That's kind of my factor for that. Squadrons looks really cool. Very excited for that. I'm getting that VR headset hopefully tomorrow, so I can actually try that out, which I'm excited for. And Andrew, since you're the one who lives closest, you can actually come over and try that if you want. Yay!
We're gonna spray it down with all sorts of chemicals before I go into the.
Yep.
That's right.
What else? I mean, there's the 2 indie games. Besides Rocket Arena, there was the other 2 indie games, which I felt like they spent a little too much time on for not having enough gameplay to show off for them. Like it's cool, you have the developers in and the graphics and stuff like graphical. What am I trying to say? The little opening animations with the developers and the story thing, whatever graphic art. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Was really cool, but like, I feel like they needed a little bit less time on that part. Skate was just kind of, I mean, Skate doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was just the announcement that they are starting to develop the game, it feels kind of hollow. Like it'd be nice. Like it's cool that it's happening, but it's not like this big like, oh my god, Skate. It's like oh yeah, we're making Skate, and that's kind of it.
Do you feel like they were pressured to make that announcement because Tony Hawk was all like, "I got a new game coming out"?
I think it's a combination.
It is kind of a sentiment. Yeah, it's a combination of EA doesn't listen to the people, and Tony Hawk's doing his thing. Having to change the sort of. Yeah, they just got to change their image. So I think it worked on me. So
And also kind of like a, oh Jesus, we could just jumped on the TV. Also kind of like a, we don't really have much to end this conference off of, and we can't just end it with the sports trailers or the Star Wars Squadrons, because then it's really kind of a weak conference. So I mean, I get why they did that, and I disagree with Andrew in the fact that I like having a company having a combination of both short-term games that are coming out very soon, and then also having those like almost unicorn level stuff that's like there's always that one game off in the distance years away that you're still excited about. There's stuff coming out right now, but way over there, it's like, that's coming around the corner. Like, for example, with Nintendo right now, we've got Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid Prime 4. Like, we don't know when those games are coming out, but they're there. They exist, and we're very excited about them. But
That's right.
Paper Mario next month. Cool
I'm
shit.
excited for that.
I gave it a C+. I think that this was, honestly, the best EA conference that I've ever seen. But the ones that I have seen are fucking terrible.
I can't even remember what the last EA conference was. What was announced?
It was the one where they really dived into Jedi Fallen Order. But other than that, that was the year that Anthem came out, so they were really like it was one of those like it was a big deal in the fact that they were like, we're going to talk about Apex Legends, Jedi Fallen Order, FIFA, and Sims 4. And I was like, what about Anthem? You just released it. I'm like, and Sims 4.
And Sims.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for that. Hello, Kitty.
Kitty. He's jumping all
Yeah,
over
I
the place.
remember.
Let's play.
I played the Sims game on the DS, and that was the only one I played.
Meow.
Meow. Trevor, what was your thoughts?
On the entire conference?
Yep.
Nothing seemed like a knockout blow-away thing to me, but that's just me. I'm not a very good barometer for a lot of the games that were shown. None of them were my forte. Even Command and Conquer.
What about
I don't
Star
really give
Wars?
that a shit about.
I mean, that Command and Conquer that looked like it came out in like 1998.
Well,
Yeah,
it is
it's
a
like
remaster of the original
like
games.
Warcraft. Yeah,
It is a
Warcraft
remaster.
really
It's like
large.
a classic. Riku, you gotta stop this, my boy.
It's, I know I say I can only get so hard as a joke sometimes, but like it's true. You can only get like a certain point of hype for a remaster of a decades old video game. That looked like it was made in dreams.
Was it really?
No. God,
It's also already out, so I don't know. Like they're talking about it just to get people to remember. Like, oh yeah, this is out. Please play this.
Yeah, you know what? I think they didn't have enough, or at least they didn't have enough like of the big stuff, because they filled their time with things that I had no interest, and I believe the general population had no interest in.
The general population,
Yeah, the people.
like the like the hardcore gamers, or the general population. Because the general population loves.
I don't think general would. Yeah, but do you think general is gonna play that dice game?
Oh, it's funny. It's funny that you said dice. That really confused me because I'm like, dice. Dice didn't have any games this time, but because that's the Battlefront
what do you
guys.
think about the fact that we're gonna be launching some new consoles with no Battlefield? Right?
That's pretty crazy.
We don't.
Is that a thing? Is that a trend?
I feel like Battlefield used to show up to the party whenever Call of Duty did, at least for like the major events.
I think recently
so like a new
because
console or something like that.
I think because Battlefield 5 went so poorly for them, relatively speaking, and because Battlefront 2 they just wrapped up their content cycle for Battlefront 2, and that game is finally like decent. I don't know what they're gonna do now. I don't know what DICE is actually working on. They might still have something, and it's possible that gets revealed in some future presentation or something.
Xbox stage, maybe.
Maybe they said that was just going to be first parties.
Historically, they've been there, right?
Yeah, well, since PlayStation got Call of Duty, EA's definitely pushed over towards the Xbox side of things. But yeah, no, that would be interesting if there's no Battlefield. But I think that they're just maybe trying to work a little bit on getting it up to speed and focusing more on just having Madden and FIFA at launch.
Bring back Cops and Robbers, or whatever that Battlefield was. The one where you were like...
Hardline.
God.
Yeah.
Hardline.
Love that one.
Did that ever go anywhere?
No. I mean, it's there. It exists. It's just not like something that...
Was it like big?
It exists.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? You can't say that about everything, though, can you?
I feel like 4 was eventually good, and then 1 was the one... Battlefield 1, the one that came out a couple years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Oh, yeah, World War One.
Yeah, that was the one that people
always
were
wanted
jazzed
to
about.
play that, but I just never pulled the trigger.
As far as the general public goes, I feel like EA games appeal a lot to the general. I mean, Sims 4, Madden, FIFA, and a Star Wars flying game. Did that game appeal to you? Are you gonna get Squadrons with us? $40?
It's probably yes, but I will also throw in the caveat that type of game, or that just type of game mechanic in general, 3-dimensional movement, it's very disorientating for me.
Mm-hmm. So no VR.
When you're in Aliens versus Predators, and you're the alien, and you're fucking running on walls, and you have no idea where your POV is looking because you're hitting these 90-degree turns over and over again. It's very disorientating when you have to think of 3D space. For example, in No Man's Sky, can't fucking aim at these goddamn pirates.
It's hard. It's definitely tough. I will say that I'm excited for it. And I think it could be very good. But I think that the campaign is probably going to be pretty short. It's probably not going to be the biggest thing in the world. And I can't see us playing it for very long. I think that might be a good few weeks that we'll be into that. But I don't think it's going to be
Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be this life-changing experience, because they've set that precedent pretty well by saying it's $40, no microtransactions, no nothing, and we don't have any real content cycle planned for it. It's out, play it if you want, and then that's it. And I feel like that's setting the precedent for what this game is pretty nicely. Wow. So
I'm gonna get so good at that game that I'm gonna be carrying you guys like crazy. I'll be the sole person.
You will 100%.
It's time for Star Wars.
100% need to carry my ass, because I'm gonna be in VR going, oh, you've turned on I've turned off my targeting computer, Joe. You can't do that, but I've done it.
Use the Force, Joe. Use the Force.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. I'm honestly excited for the game, but I don't think it's the biggest thing in the world. And I think that they've done a good job of setting expectations for that game correctly. That's what I would say. Joey, your thoughts?
That was the biggest thing they had, right?
Yeah, it was.
Most bucks behind it, for lack of a better term.
So. Not Skate.
As far as budget, I don't think so. Not too much.
You think Skate had more, Joey, or do you think Skate has a bigger budget?
No, I misunderstood what you were saying.
Most of their budget is probably going into whatever DICE and Bioware is working on, I would assume. And they had that next gen montage thing where they showed off it's we're DICE and we're working on video game, and it's a bunch of shooter wartime elements, and it's we're Bioware and we're working on fantasy RPG, and it's a bunch of Dragon Age shit. It's all right, cool. That's good to know that you're working on video game of sorts. Oh, and then there was what's the Need for Speed team?
Criterion?
Yes, Criterion. And they're we're working on car game, and it says, it's on the license plate says Need for Speed.
Take me down to the Need for Speed where the girls are pretty.
Where's our Midnight Club LA sequel? Everyone wants that. Come on, Rockstar, what are you doing? Quit wasting your time with this GTA and Red Dead Redemption nonsense. Get back to Midnight Club LA. I'm sure Zax would appreciate that.
He would love that.
Anyway, Joey, your thoughts to wrap up this discussion.
I gave it a B+. I want to say, yeah, I give it a B+. It was a good presentation. Obviously, Star Wars was the highlight for me.
It was put together very well. I will say that.
Yes, it was put together very well. Skate was not something that I was intrigued in, and that's just because I grew up a Tony Hawk Pro Skater fan. So obviously, Looking more forward to Tony Hawk. I'm sure Skate will be fine. I'm sure it'll be good. Just
I
not for
always
me.
say that in terms of specific genres of games and movies and pop culture things, like if you're a Batman fan, like the existence of Spider-Man being a completely different brand of you doesn't matter. You can still pick up and enjoy Spider-Man. And for a little kid, if you're picking up Batman, you're going to look at Spider-Man and be like, oh, Spider-Man's cool too. And you're not going to have that, like, that dissonance. And I feel like that exists the same thing for, like, Skate and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, where it's like, they're two skateboarding games and they're both, you know, different enough to exist in the fan base's headspace. But
yeah, I suppose.
But if you want to play sides, you can play sides. I'll watch.
I'm definitely going to play sides.
I'll stick with my Kingdom Hearts 2 skateboarding sections. Thank you very much. That's the real shit. That's where the boys become men.
Spyro 3 skating or bust.
Yes, Spyro
3. So yeah, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, there was a new Kingdom Hearts. There was a new Kingdom Hearts game announced, which I'm so shocked that we're getting an announcement this soon for a game that's coming out this year, which is a rhythm game with 140 songs. It's going to be on all the major platforms, including Switch. And it's coming out this year, like in October or something like that. Or I guess they just said 2020.
Wait. This is a rhythm Kingdom Hearts game. Like the mechanic in this Kingdom Hearts game is a rhythm?
Like you know like
Guitar Hero. Imagine Guitar Hero, but make it infinitely more nerdy.
Oh no.
Why are you saying oh no?
That sounds awful.
Well, Square Enix.
I didn't see the video. So
Square Enix. Well, the video doesn't really do a good.
No, really, it doesn't.
Let me explain. So Square Enix has made a lot of really good rhythm games in the past. They have a Final Fantasy rhythm series that is like really well reviewed. Like people really love that game. And obviously for fans of the series, this is, you know, obviously for them. And and if you're a fan of that music, you might like this kind of thing. Kingdom Hearts music. As far as the doofiness of Kingdom Hearts and how like meme it is, like the one thing that is truly exceptional about Kingdom Hearts is the music, and it is like one of the best like music in all of video games. Like you can like you can think of like Sonic the Hedgehog and be like, Sonic has really good music, but it's also like this doofy like 90s rock and roll shit from Sonic the Hedgehog, and some people can be like, yeah, that's not. You know, it's definitely for that fan base. Kingdom Hearts music is legitimately amazing. And Trevor, you even like Kingdom Hearts music because you said you like the Skrillex Kingdom Hearts song.
Wait, which one?
The Face My Fears. I played that for you, and you were like, "Oh, wait, I like this shit."
It was passable.
You said you liked it. You said you were into that. So
yeah. Hey, listen, he had the clout, all right.
It's true.
I will say that Kingdom Hearts
it's not on my goddamn playlist, all right? Well, let me say that.
They've got like 3 or 4 very notable like hits that I can think of. And then an entire game based off of the rest of the soundtrack of Kingdom Hearts. I'm like,
I don't know about this one.
I mean, rhythm games are one of those like you either like them or you think they're the dumbest thing ever, and that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah,
I mean, Rock Band, I fucked with. Wasn't good at it, and any other things, but
Rock Band kind of exists in this other space. Like it's kind of like the
but that because it feels like it was intended for its purpose. What you're telling me sounds like a niche of a niche.
Yeah, I will say though, there is like a whole genre of rhythm-based like games for anime and stuff like that. So this kind of falls, I think, more into that category where it's like it's directly for nerds. No,
it's a great soundtrack. It's from a team that knows how to make good rhythm games, and it's for a fan base that universally loves that series' soundtrack. So. You know, I'm looking forward to it.
A Kingdom Hearts fan.
No, you don't. Stay away. Get out while you can, Andrew. Don't come. Stay away.
I would be hyped for this if I was.
Look at me, Andrew. Is this the face you want? Is this what you want to become? I hosted a quiz show about Kingdom Hearts lore.
It's true, he did. Go check it out.
YouTube.com/Bandress, and you are gonna have to participate in that this year. I hope you know that. Get ready.
Looking forward to it.
Part 2.
Now.
I'm so hyped for part 2 of the Kingdom Hearts lore quiz. But yeah, no, I'm excited. Joy, are you picking it up on the old switcheroo?
Yeah, I will.
As long as there's no real like weird performance issues, I would definitely play that on Switch. I think that is an awesome Switch game. And maybe we'll lead to Sora in Smash Bros. Who knows?
Ooh, maybe. They might finally get that bridge for him to cross over.
Yeah, I mean he's been there. I feel like the only thing that's really preventing him at this point is the fact that we've already had a couple of Square Enix characters, and Square could be kind of good about
that. Yeah. Essentially, it'll become like not Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem. Too many characters.
I guess so. Yeah. Was there any other? Speaking of Smash Bros, on Monday, the new Smash Bros character is revealed. But
what time is it about?
7?
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Oof.
It's a weird time. I like it because it's kind of when I wake up, so it's not as bad as like 6 a.m. But still.
Right.
But after that, we're gonna get our first look at Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, motherfuckers. That is the name of the game, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. It's like
a time traveling game.
Yep, 100%. Actually,
Trevor already did that.
Well, Crash already did that. Crash already did that in Crash 3.
already do that. Yeah.
Crash already did that too.
The concept of the game is that it's 1998 and Crash visits this island where he finds these quantum masks that transport him into the future.
That's cool.
Well, that's very specific. 1998.
That's after Crash 3 got released.
I would love to see Crash go from, because in my mind, 1998 was exactly like Crash Bandicoot's world, cartoony and fun and lighthearted. And then for Crash to put on that mask and come into our 2020 and be like in the middle of pandemic going on and economic collapse, that's what I want Crash 4 about time to be about.
Just a real political and just
civil unrest. Yes, all of it.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
What if Crash is an anti-vaxxer?
I'm very excited to see what this new game is going to be about. I really hope that it sticks with the Crash Bandicoot formula, like a focused linear platform design, challenging but not like a crazy amount of challenge, and that like warp room style level select screen. Because I feel like in the past, a lot of times they try to stray from that formula, and instead of building a good game, they focus too much on that concept of whatever they're doing, like jacking monsters or whatever they're doing. And I just want a Crash game.
Did you guys play Crash Team Racing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one, the original or the new one?
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
Yes. Played the hell out of it.
Joey and I were really into that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they add some new content to that when the new game gets announced.
I want to download it. We should play.
You would like it.
It's we have it on Switch. Get it on Switch.
Yes.
We'll play on Switch.
Oh.
No crossplay, huh?
Nope. Unfortunately.
Yeah, not to take it back to EA too much, but I do have to say that I liked that every other game, they're really pushing that crossplay message.
I mean, it's time. It's time for that to be the standard. And for any game that comes
Tear
out...
down those walls.
For any game that comes out post Modern Warfare at this point, needs to have crossplay. Like, it's like,
really should.
Can't be an excuse anymore because everyone else is doing it.
Yep.
Except Switch. You're allowed to not have Switch.
Even Apex is going to have the Switch crossplay. So
the Switch has crossplay with Fortnite and Rocket League and Minecraft. Speaking of Minecraft, we had Pokemon Snap being revealed.
Don't know how that correlates to Minecraft, but yes.
Something to talk about. I had never in my life would I have thought Pokemon Snap would be coming back, and in a random ass Pokemon Direct on Wednesday, 6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, they announced Pokemon Snap, and then they're like, we have another Pokemon Direct next week. There is another Pokemon Direct this Wednesday, and they said that was going to be even bigger. What the fuck is happening?
What time this Wednesday? Same time, 6?
Same time, same place, baby. 6 a.m.
Well, I'm excited for Snap. because it looks fucking beautiful. Like
so good.
Like
And
you said in the Pokemon Direct this past Wednesday, it looks way better. The Pokemon looks so much better.
They have
than
shading.
Sword and Shield do. Yes.
Do you know why? It's because it's made by Bandai Namco, not Pokemon. That's why.
Disgusting.
It's cool shit though. I'm very happy. There's a lot of people who are such huge fans of Pokemon Snap. I'm glad that they finally get their sequel. I'm excited to play it. I'm probably gonna try to. I think it's available on the Wii U. I might stream it with Haley, which sounds fun.
Oh my.
So yeah, I'm down to clown for Pokemon Snap. I'm excited to see what this next announcement is. I'm thinking it's gonna be an actual mainline game that they're gonna announce. Hopefully.
That Pokemon Cafe game looked pretty fun to play.
I'm down to try it out. The art style is very good. Looks very very good. It's made by Genius Seniority, which is the team that made Pokemon Coliseum. And they are a shadow of their former selves, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does look like Pokemon Snap is on the Wii U.
Oh,
yeah, I think it's a little too soon for another mainline Pokemon, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did another Go game, another or Let's Go game rather, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the return of Pokemon Stadium.
Oh yeah, I mean honestly, I would love if they had if they just dedicated a bunch of time to making this big, beautiful looking Pokemon battle simulator. That would be awesome. With really nice animations.
I kind of want to see the Let's Go franchise take off, with Silver and Gold. Let's Go, I don't know, Espeon. Let's go Umbreon.
I'm not very familiar with Eevee. Let's Go. What could you could you play the entire Kanto region?
Yeah.
Yes, so, Pikachu and Eevee were just Kanto region.
So it was just basically like Pokemon Yellow, but with some Pokemon Go mechanics and tie-ins.
Mm-hmm.
And the pitch of the game was to try to get Pokemon Go players to come over and play on Switch. It's kind of weird to me that they tried to do that because Pokemon Sun and Moon sold extremely well right after Pokemon Go release, so I felt like they already got that just by releasing Pokemon games, but I don't know, I guess it sold well or something.
And then the big news, Mega Evolutions coming to Go.
That's pretty cool.
No, the big news is Pokemon Smile, baby. That doesn't work on my phone. It doesn't work. The camera does not turn on.
Oh, no.
The camera doesn't turn on.
How will your teeth be clean now? How will you...
Yellow as fuck.
Oh, my.
It's all this cactus cooler I drink. It's the quenchiest.
It's your rummy tummy drinks.
Yeah, so a lot of cool shit for video games. As far as being that magical combination of Pokemon, Crash Bandicoot, and Kingdom Hearts fan, it's been a good week for me.
Yes, what a nice blend.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really got announced this week. Aside from the Smash Bros. Character coming out soon, there is nothing else that I can think of. Really,
just a slow trickle of stuff every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's been okay as far as this kind of weird not E3 kind of month week thing, but I still miss E3. I still think we'd be better for everyone, better for Joe, and Joe is the most important person because I'm the consumer. I consume, and you need me to stay alive.
President.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm sad that I never got the chance. I'm with you, Joe. I'm sad I never got the chance to go to E3. It would have been so much fun, and we're all from the Los Angeles area. I don't know,
I mean, hey, I would love to go to E3 once at one point in my life, but I'm always happy to just sit down with a group of friends, make a big ass drinking game, and get drunk watching E3 press conferences.
Oh, that's the spirit of it.
Best thing ever.
The real reward was the journey with our friends.
Was the friends we made along the way? Because I remember 2016. Trevor and I sat down and we watched the PlayStation press conference, and we got so fucking hammered, and it was such a good conference. It was the best. It was so goddamn fun. And it really draws pro. I remember so many funny moments where they revealed Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy for the first time, and we were so fucking excited, but because we were screaming so loud, we didn't actually hear what they were saying. So then it passed over and they started talking about Crash and Skylanders, and Trevor got so sad so quickly because he thought that they tricked him into thinking that they were remaking it, but really was just putting Crash and Skylanders. So I had to spend like the next hour saying, no, they said remake. They're remaking the game, I swear. And he's like, no, it's Skylanders. He was crying.
I basically was ready to jump out my window, and he had to talk to me.
And then we were watching this space shooter game, which looks so cool. They were like running around with jetpacks in space, and it was like this crashed satellite. They were like ziplining on dudes and like coming in, pulling their masks off. We're like, this game is so cool. What the fuck is this game? And then 5 minutes into this trailer, I'm like, oh shit, it's Call of Duty. And Trevor was like, oh no, it's Call of Duty. Even Call of Duty looked good. That's how good that conference was. It was the year they did God of War. They revealed Spider-Man. They revealed Resident Evil 7. It was such a good conference.
Sounds like a great time.
Rest in peace, E3. Rest in
It's
peace.
not dead yet. It's not dead yet. And I bet you that the ESA is kind of looking at this.
Not dead yet. Famous last words.
I bet you they're sitting there being like, well, it's not going great for these companies spreading out all their messages, so maybe they will come back and be like very excited to come back to us next year. You'll see. You'll miss us when we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of all we're gonna be talking about. Ants have invaded my apartment, so I'm gonna be spending the rest of my day cleaning those up and trying to figure out where they're coming from. I probably shouldn't be leaving a can of Cactus Cooler out in the middle of the night. That's probably not a good idea.
Classic Joe move.
The ants agree. Cactus Cooler, it's the quenchiest.
Jesus.
9 out of 10 ants approve.
We are gonna go play some No Man's Sky for some funsies. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be streaming with Haley some more of Last of Us Part 2 on twitch.tv/BanderAscend. By now that would have been yesterday, but we will also be streaming tomorrow on Sunday, which is when this comes out. So today we're recording on Saturday. This is going up on Sunday, and we'll be streaming on both days. So that'll be exciting. And you can also catch my daily jump rope challenge videos or streams where I jump 1,000 times for stream on Jump Rope Challenge, the new hit Switch game. And if I can figure it out, I'm gonna try to get the Oculus Quest to hook up to my TV so we can actually record something from VR. That'd be kind of cool. And I got Ring Fit Adventure 2! I've spent so much money on random shit this week!
The fittiest.
The fittiest. Anyone else have anything?
Jump rope challenge.
Anything to bring up? Anything to mention?
No, I don't have anything.
Cool beans. We shall see you guys. Well, there's the Avengers stream next Wednesday, which I don't know. I think it's at 10 on Wednesday, which is like I can't record for that. So
Such a weird time.
I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is the reason why I don't like this whole setup for the summer is the fact that I can't just, if it would be nice if I could just take 2 days off of work, everything is on those 2 days, and that's it. I don't have to worry about this else. Because like Monday, I'm like, do I go in at like 8:30 after the Crash reveal? I mean, I'm going to be recording the Smash Bros. Thing. Am I going to be doing that? Then there's the Pokemon thing at 6 a.m. and then the Avengers thing is later that day. And it's like, then there's Cyberpunk sometime that week as well. It's like, I have no idea. I have no idea what's happening. Way too much. No one has clear dates at all either. So it's just kind of a mess. And obviously this is a weird year for this to be happening. Like things are getting pushed back because of like actual events happening in the world. So I can't blame them too much, but I like E3.
Same. Okay. Agreed.
Mr. Trevor, thank you for coming on the show, being a guest host and a disembodied voice for us all.
That's what I do best.
Thank you, Mr. NotAndrew, who is quickly becoming a wonderful fourth member of this podcast.
Some say the new Trevor.
And Joey, yeah, you know.
I know where else to be.
Where else to be? Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next week. BanderAscend, Spicy Fries, NotAndrew, Trevor. It's been Social Discording. Episode 10. Has this been 10
Why
weeks?
does everyone else get their code names and I get whatever?
Do you have a code name? What do you want? Dinglesmith the Fifth?
What's Trevor backwards? Robert. Revert. That's me.
Riddle name. Yeah.
Revert.
Yo, it's me, it's GJ Skinny Penis.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You said it.